I'm going to talk to you about my application that I have to develop for CSE 335. This app is about having different games and seeing which one is your favorite and where to get it and what is the professional gamers rate for this game. And you can also write reviews about it. So the project idea, as I said, is about seeing the new games that are available and out right now and being able to rate the game like out of 5 stars if you like the game, if you don't like it, and you can also write reviews for these games. So the reviews can be like anything from I hate this game to whatever you want to, and you're free to say whatever you want. And you can also see what other players and other people around the world saying about this game, since it's shared like in real time, so everyone can see at the same time it's going on. And it can tell you like how much the game costs on different sites like eBay and Amazon, and if a professional like the game or not. And it has like an option to go to IGN and see all the like different posts and reviews about the game. And if there's like a new hack, for example, like in GTA 5, there's a lot of cool hacks that you can get. There's kind of similar thing around here for all the games that I have in the app, and you also can find where the new game gonna be. Also, there's an option where you can find the nearest GameStop near you if you want to go check the game out and see if they have it or not. Maybe they have it cheaper than the online. So now I'm gonna talk to you guys about my class diagram. So as you can see, there's a lot going on in my diagram. There's a lot of different classes that I had to build since I was using Firebase, and there's a lot of stuff going on. So the first thing that we have, if we start a game or the application, we start with the first. First is basically the main screen that you open with. All what it has is just welcome to your new favorite, like new app, and it has like two options, either log in or sign up, and they're both segues, and they go to either sign up here or log in. So if you choose sign up, which is down here, what you can do in there is add a picture of you if you want to, or there's a default picture there. You can also add your first name, last name, email, password, and you confirm your password. Then I use Firebase as my database. So what Firebase does is check if the email already exists and in this like app server or not, and if it doesn't exist, it will let you sign up with this email and this password. If it doesn't exist, if it does exist, it will give you like an error message saying, "Sorry, this email already registered," or if there's any error of like network is not connected or anything like that, it will give you an error like just an alert that like the one we did before in class. And also once you do that, also in sign up you can add your picture from either your photo library or from your camera with no trouble. And as you type, you can just click anywhere else and the keyboard will remove. If you already have an account and you just want to log in into your account, instead of going to sign up, you can just go to login, and there you would just have to put your email and password. And again, as I said, I'm using Firebase, and Firebase already have the function for signing a login in. All what you have to do is put the right email and the right password, and it will check it with the stuff on the server, seeing if it already exists or if it doesn't exist. If it doesn't exist, it will tell you like, sorry, this email doesn't exist in the server, or you have not used this one before. If you have the wrong password, this is the wrong password, and so on. So once you either successfully made a new account or logged into your account, you will go to the main screen. Main screen is basically my table view that has the different games that I built. And so far in the app, there's 10 games, from Halo 5, Last of Us, Fortnite, FIFA 19, NBA 2K19, Spider-Man, PS4, God of War. So there's a lot of variety in the games, and each one in each cell has a picture of the game and the name of the game. So you can easily click on one of them to go and see more details and all the other cool stuff that you can do with these games. Also, in the main screen here, we have three functions. We have sign out, which will sign you out from the account and return you to the first screen again, where you can either log in or sign up again, as we did before. It also has a function to search for your favorite game. And what you do is click on search, like the icon for search, and it'll take you to a new screen, which is this one. And there you can put in the name of the game that you want. And if it does exist, it will show you, will take you to where the game is in detail, like the specific cell and what it has inside of it. If it doesn't exist, it will give you a message saying sorry, it doesn't exist before, and give you an alert, like the same alert, like a different type of alert, like the one we did for sign up and logging in. Then another function that we have is checking your favorite games. So favorite, I'll talk about it. So is favorite is this one, but I'll talk about it later once I talk about my detail on what happened there. So my detail is once a user pick a game, like a picture of the game or like click on it, it will take them to a new screen where it has the title of the game, the picture of the game, and reviews that it's already been on the game so far. If someone really used the app and put some reviews there, and they have 5 stars where they can click on them to see to rate the game. And if you give the game 3, 4, or 5 stars, it will add it to your favorite games. And if you give it 1 or 2, if it's already in your favorites, it will remove it. And inside the detail here, it has different stuff from rate that you get it from the ABI call that I made and the ABI call is from IBGD wrapper. It's a database online that has all the new games and all the old ones. It goes from all the way from Super Mario to Red Dead Redemption 2. It has everything there, and was the best API that I could find for video games online. And it was really useful because it has all the stuff from reviews, rates for like professional rating and user rating, and it has like what console it's available on, different stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool stuff that I could get from the API, and I think if I want to update the app, I would really like to use more of the API stuff from that database. Also, there is an option to click on if you want to get the game, and it will give you an option of going to eBay, Amazon, or GameStop. eBay and Amazon will just show you where the game is, like how much it is in eBay and Amazon. And if you click on GameStop, it will take you to the closest near GameStop, or it'll show you all the GameStop near you, and you can pick one, and it will just give you the direction to that place. So that's mainly the stuff in details. And there's also more info where it would just basically take you to IGN page of the game and show you like all the details about it. So here's my MVC diagram. It has the 3 stuff: control, view, and model. So my model it has 2 different things: Firebase, which has the reviews for the review by each user, rate by each user, if they like the game, if they don't, how many stars do they give it, and it also has their username, password, and all this stuff. And also, I did another thing is, for the games themselves, I really just put them in a small dictionary inside the app itself, because there are only 10 of them, so there was no reason to make like a whole section in Firebase just for the games to put them there. It was just easier to access, and later on, if I want to have like more than 10 or like hundreds of them, that would be something that I should do, or just make it an API call from IGB wrapper, as I said earlier. And yeah, that's my model. Is just take the login and keep in the login information. It has it notify the controller if the user changed their rating for any game, and if they put any reviews. So once they have a new rate, they can go to favorite and they will see right away that it's already exists in their favorites. If they add a review, they can click on reviews and they will see the review, the new reviews they added, if someone else added it, and so on. And the controller, what it has is basically um, takes the just fetch and bulk data from database and the games dictionary that I made, and make it available for the view to show it to the user and show them like what's going on when they click on 3 stars against 2 stars and stuff like that. And once you click anything like in let's say for the stars for example, if you click on 3 stars in real time, it will change it in Firebase right away. If you click 2 stars, it will remove it from favor right away. And reviews, same idea. So anything that you do in the view will get a change in the control and will get notified in the model, which is the Firebase. And the errors here I have is if it's going for the view to the control, is basically just the user action. If someone clicked on an item, an icon, or something like that, click on the star or something of that sort, and the update is from the controller to the view. Is if they added a review, basically in the control, like in if they added a review, they can see it in the view right away, and will be added to the model from the controller. And another arrow is from the controller to the model. Basically save the user information, favorite games, new reviews and rating, and the location of the GameStop near the user or the current location of you. And it would also ask you for your current location as you try to access the map. And also if you're going from the model to the controller, which is basically getting all the rating, getting all the reviews that the user have, and just make it available in the controller so if they want to see it in the view, they can. So the capabilities of my app so far: making an account, login and signing up, viewing games, game descriptions and rating, adding reviews, adding ratings, finding New Year's GameStop, seeing what professionals say about the game, if they like it, if they hate it, and see the price of the game online. Maybe you'll find like a good deal on eBay or Amazon, especially it's Black Friday right now. So here's just pictures of my app I was talking about. Here's the sign up. You can add your email, username, like your first name, last name, just any email you want, and the password, and it has to be the same one, and you can sign up. And here's your default picture, just Uncle Sam, just looking at you once you're in your picture. Then here is the main screen, and it has Spider-Man, Call of Duty, and you have the sign out, as I said, favorite, and search. And let's say you click on a game. So for example, FIFA 19. So the rating here, I just pull it from the API from IDGB wrapper, and it has the rating from all like the user information from the user from the API. And here's just description of the game, what you can expect in a game, and what it should be about. And then here you can click in any stars or any amount that you want. Once you click on one, it will change their color. So if you click on 3, this one will be removed. If you click on 2, these 2 will be removed, and so on. And you can write a review. If you write a review, for example, like I love this game here, so just show it up. If you write where to buy the game, it will give you the option of Amazon, eBay, and like an alert, like a UI alert, and you can pick wherever you want to go. If you click GameStop, it will show you something like this and show you the nearest GameStop near you. But since I was using the simulator on my computer, the current location is just basically wherever Apple is. But like when using on your phone, it will give you your current location and the nearest GameStop near you. So this is like the nearest one near me. But since the current location is different, since it's simulator, that would happen. And if you click on more information, take you to IGN, and show like switch reviews and different stuff like that. And if there is something cool that you need to know or cooler player that you should buy. And if you have like 3 or 4 stars like here, when we have it here, you will have it in your favorites right away like this. And you can click on it and it'll give you to this. So limitation of my games, of my app so far is there's only a couple of games so far that I don't have unlimited amount. So there's not a lot of varieties so far. And I don't have any function to display the profile or change anything inside of it. And I have not added forget my password. If someone forgot their password, I don't know how to get back to it. Sometimes if the Wi-Fi is weak or you don't have a good reception, you might have amount of lag and like showing up the rating and stuff like that. But that shouldn't be a problem since everyone around the United States has good Wi-Fi. And every time another problem that I should probably fix later on is in when you if you logged in and trying to reopen the app, it will just take you to the main screen. Like wouldn't take you to the main screen, it would take you to where you have to log in or sign up every time, which could be frustrating after a while if you use the app constantly. And maybe like I should add like notification if someone added a new review, you can check it out. And maybe the style of the app should be improved and be better looking. And lesson learned in this uh, project, which I really like, is how to use Firebase. How is it to pull data from there, and how to update data to Firebase, which was kind of challenging, and how to use API and API keys, which I did not know how to use until I had to Google it and figure it out, and understand what is JSON and like APIs are in general because they're really useful. And even in my in an internship, they were talking to me about APIs, and I saw that was really useful that I learned it in class before I had to start my internship, which is really cool. And a new perspective of how to use apps and how the user sees them, and how to make it better later on, and how and when to use the API calls themselves, and why MVC is actually really useful and how to actually use it on daily basis, like in your projects, and why is it used everywhere, which makes sense. And also like how to debug in Swift was really useful because debugging in Swift is probably the hardest thing to do compared to other languages. And just, what I think the class could improve on is just the guidelines for the lab and the project. For example, lab you can lose a lot of points for stuff you did not know you have to do, which I think should be improved a little. And maybe talk about like ABI keys because the way we did it in class, you just need a parameter and that's it. But in the real like APIs, you have keys and you have to make an account and download like module for them in your project and stuff like that. And we did not really learn them, so we had to I had to figure out by my own. So maybe that will be something that could be added on later on. And maybe you can learn about layouts and how to like make it look nicer because it's actually like hard to make it like look professional app if all what you have is just the basic stuff. But other than that, I really love the class and I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Thank you.